It was an unwelcomed wake-up call for a group of suspected drug dealers in Hazleton. HPD's Special Operation Group's early morning drug raid, our top story on News 13 at 4:30.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Christina Papa. Police executed a drug raid in Hazleton neighborhood this morning and invited the media. It's one of the first in an ongoing effort by the police department to move aggressively to fight crime in the neighborhood. Police apprehended 5 people in the home on the 100 block of South Pine Tree Drive. While it is unusual for police to invite media to an event like the drug raid, Police Chief Frank DeAndrea says this is the first of an ongoing effort to move aggressively to fight crime in the city.
There are going to be quite more of these red signs hanging on houses throughout the city in the near future, because this is our new modus operandi. This is how we're going to do business in the city to try and take this back.
Of the 5 individuals arrested, police apprehended 2 outside the house as a drug deal was taking place right before they executed the drug raid. Those arrested include Andy Troncoso, William Guevara, Nelson Rivera Rincon, Tiffany Davis, and Edward Davis. And now the house is wrapped in police tape and condemned. Chief Frank DeAndrea says he'll make sure no one ever returns back to that home. Tobyhanna Army Depot workers will be allotted more days on the job than expected thanks to a recent decision from the Pentagon. The Pentagon recently cut the number of unpaid furlough days for civilian workers. Now depot workers will have to take 14 days unpaid furlough. Instead of this year, it's 22. Initially, civilians would have been required to take 1 day a week off without pay for 22 weeks. That's 20% pay cut for more than 5 months. The decrease in forced unpaid days comes with the approval of a spending bill last week that has given the Defense Department more flexibility to save money. Elected officials say that the ultimate goal is 0 furlough days. Before the Pentagon shifted its spending priorities, depot workers would have faced furlough as early as next month. The changes will now not begin until mid-June, and that will apply to depot's 5,100 civilian workers. There may be some hang-ups on the way when you make a phone call later this year. Anyone who gets a phone number beginning in October will likely pick up the new area code 272 instead of the more familiar 570 area code. And all callers will have to hit 10 digits dialing the area code first when dialing instead of the regular 7 starting in September. Until we say goodbye to our old ways of dialing, the State Public Utility Commission says residents can still dial the regular 7 digits during what they're calling a permissive dialing period. If you have questions about the change, you can contact your phone service provider or the PUC at the number at the bottom of your screen. Still ahead on News 13, how about some rain instead of snow for this holiday weekend? And the sun might just peek through for some spring-like temperatures. We'll tell you when in News 13 weather. But first, how one local church went to the streets to observe this solemn day in the Christian faith. That's coming up when News 13 continues. And let's check the winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you play the daily number 730, Big 4 8461, Quinto 27044, Treasure Hunt 10, 20, 23, 24, 27, and a double draw today. The daily number, 3, 4, 1. Hope you guys won.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the Wiltsey Center's next performance is the Broadway play Fiddler on the Roof. The performance will be held Wednesday, April 17th at 7 p.m. For tickets and information, check out wiltseycenter.org. Also tonight, the Run for Pink bike run to benefit Missy Willard and the Susan G. Komen Foundation will be held Saturday, April 13th. Registration starts at Iron Hog Custom Cycles in Hazleton at 9, and the run leaves at 11:15 a.m. Towers Bar and Grill will host the after party with food and entertainment. Call for more info, 570-987-4105. And finally, Hazleton Power will be holding a Break the Ice social at the Colstrink Ice Rink in Wilkes-Barre. Cost is $10 per person and includes admission, skate rentals, plus a portion of your proceeds will be donated to the American Cancer Society. Food and refreshments will also be on sale. For more info, please contact Janine at SSPTV.com. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Austin V. Brennan of Hazleton. Memorial is Saturday at 11 a.m. at the Harvest Bible Chapel. Arrangements are under the direction of the Turnbach Funeral Home. And James F. Roos, formerly of McAdoo. Memorial will be held April 13th at the Community Congregation Church in Chula Vista, California. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's, once again the Hazleton area's #1 rated restaurant. Call 570-501-3410 for information on luncheon packages.
Many families will be celebrating this holiday weekend with family, but if you aren't, there's going to be a great Easter dinner at the Community Bible Fellowship, and they want to invite you there for their free Easter dinner. Joining me now is Wes Katansky, and there's a lot of food on this dinner menu. Tell me about
good stuff.
what's going on.
It's we like to have a nice little Easter dinner for the people that are less unfortunate, that won't have a hot meal for that day. So we had planned this back at Thanksgiving. We had a big meal, and we just have a soup and sandwich now every month. But yeah, we like to do this for the people that would love a hot meal.
Perfect, and we have pictures of that too. That's Thanksgiving when you did that. You said, did you run out of food, or how was it? How was the?
No, actually, we ran it. It pretty much did run out, but we had enough to feed everybody.
That's good.
It was really good.
Perfect. So can you explain what's on the menu this time?
Oh, on the menu there's a lot of good items. We have like ham, kielbasa, yams. We're having green beans and corn. You have your choice. Mm-hmm. Plus we're having the bread, desserts, drinks, Easter candy bags for the kids, and so much more.
Perfect. And where is this going to be held again? You said it's at the Community Bible Fellowship in Hazleton. That's right?
That's correct. That's right next to A&A Auto and directly across from Subs and Suds. And yeah, we're at 458 West Spruce Street.
Okay.
And it's on the corner of James and Spruce.
Perfect. So if people can't get to your church, they can get delivery. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah, we're going to be delivering to the Hazleton area, and we're going to try. We're feeding mostly the high rises, and like the other, like Center City apartments. Yeah, there are people. A lot of people I know are in wheelchairs, or they just can't get out, and so we will come to them.
Right. And you said again that this year was the first year that you started doing these free meals and inviting people. Thanksgiving was a big event. You said this one is going to be bigger. You think it'll surpass it?
I sure hope it does, because the more the merrier. I would love it if we had fed, like Thanksgiving we fed 250 people. So if we surpass that, it's great. I mean, it's good food, and we have a lot of volunteers. The community, needs our help. So.
And can you explain? It's not just you doing this. It's a big community help effort.
Yes, it is.
Who's involved in helping out with this?
Oh, a friend of mine. Like I said, we had planned this back in Thanksgiving. His name is Dominic Formica, and we had talked about this. And we were saying, like, we have a church, we have a full kitchen, we have people that would want to help. So why can't we do something to serve our community, to help out people in need?
Right,
So
and for the
here it is, it's reality now.
And for the kids, it's a special day too, with all the chocolates and goodies. What kind of desserts will be on that menu?
Oh, we're going to have a lot of good desserts. We have people that are baking up cookies, and we're going to have cakes, and there's going to be pies, and it's going to be a good and fun time.
Perfect. So again, just one more time for the people out there who may want to come. When, where, and why is this so amazing?
The Community Bible Fellowship, 458 West Spruce Street, right next to A&A Auto. We're right on Broad Street there. We're not hard to find. Just ask your neighbor, they'll tell you where we're at. A lot of good stuff.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and good luck. And I guess we'll have some footage of that hopefully for the viewers later on. So again, happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you also.
Good Friday is observed by Christians all across the world. Stephanie Gorney followed a local parishioners of a local church as they marched down the streets of Hazleton today in a faithful procession.
We get now the great way of the cross so that we can walk with Jesus in his holy passion, so that as we see it once again before our eyes, we will live it in our hearts.
Good Friday is a somber day for Catholics all across the world as they give recognition to what Jesus gave up for his people.
Today, Jesus died. It's a special day for the profound meditation in the Passion of Christ,
St. Gabriel's in Hazleton observes the day by putting on an elaborate production of the Passion of the Christ. The participants in this program march through the streets of the city, acting out the events of the Passion.
It's very complicated because there's a lot of actors involved. I believe it's like 20, 25 actors. So everybody has their role in occupation that they have to provide during the Passion.
This procession displays the events that Jesus went through, starting with his trial and up until his crucifixion on the cross. The actors and actresses say that it is important for them to participate in this production so that people can know what Jesus went through for them.
I think it is a way of making people aware of the sacrifice that Christ did for all of us, regardless of where they are or who they are and what race they belong to.
The members of the production also take this as a privilege to act out the events that are so prominent in their Catholic faith.
It's an honor to see how Jesus suffered for us.
Something really important for the Catholic community. Christ sacrificed for us, so this is the least that we could do. So it's an honor being here.
Good Friday and the whole Lenten season is such a significant time for the Catholics that most are speechless when it comes to thinking about it.
Condolence, and it means mystery. It means so much that you can't say in words.
Stephanie Gorney, News 13, Hazleton.
Pope Francis is presiding over his first Holy Week in Rome. On Thursday, the Pope washed the feet of the youth at a detention center in Rome. Today, Your Holiness presided over a Good Friday service at St. Peter's Basilica. And later today, he will head to one of Rome's most famous landmarks, the Colosseum, to lead the way of the cross ceremony. Time now for our regional weather from the National Weather Service. Checking the radar, more activity to our north, but we will still probably see some flurries in our area over the weekend. Creative Condition is trying to get us into the spring mood. It's by Shayla Mercedes Reyes. She's a second grader at West Hazleton Elementary Middle School. She drew a beautiful sunny day with birds and butterflies. She and her friends are enjoying the sun out by the pool. Now let's take a look at News 13 weather from the National Weather Service for Greater Hazleton. Tonight, partly cloudy with a slight chance of rain and snow showers before 9. And for Saturday, it will be mostly sunny with a high near 49, with an overnight low around 31. Sunday will be mostly cloudy with some afternoon showers, high near 48. Showers are likely with a low around 36 that night. Monday, it's partly sunny with a chance of showers, high near 46, a chance of showers. Rain overnight, and the low will be 27. Finally, Tuesday will be partly sunny with a chance of rain and snow showers with a high near 39. On to Schuylkill County. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 29. Saturday, it will be sunny with a high near 51, starting to feel like spring. Overnight, low around 33. Sunday, rain starting in the morning with a high of 51 degrees. Showers continuing into the night, low around 36. Monday will be partly sunny with a slight chance of some sprinkles. The high will be near 47. Again, on Monday night, a slight chance of rain and snow showers, low around 29. And for Tuesday, partly sunny with a chance of snow, high will be 39. Still ahead on News 13, he's got big ears, a fluffy tail, but do you really know who the Easter Bunny is? And first, is it really springtime already? Fred Barletta takes us outside for some local softball and baseball action on News 13 Sports.
SSPTV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr. and Ron Marquez.
It really is nice that we've got lots of scores to tell you about, scores of games played outdoors. It's a long time coming, but we finally look like we're getting a little bit of a break yesterday. As we said, a lot of baseball, a lot of softball, so let's tell you about it and see what we've got. We'll start with the baseball. Hazleton area gets on the winning ways. They dropped games to Easton and Parkland, but it took extra innings. Doesn't matter, get the win. Hazleton gets the win on the road down at North Penn High School. One of the few times where Hazleton area is playing a team larger than them. That's what happens when you're the fourth largest school. It can only happen if you're playing Reading, North Penn, or Upper Darby. They took care of business yesterday. Sal Biazzi, he had the stroke, 4 singles, and it led a 14-hit attack. Cougars get the win in extra frames, and now they'll get set to open up the regular season next week against Coughlin. Down in the Schuylkill League, North Schuylkill pounds Mount Carmel. Take a look right there, 10-run rule. How about Grand Slam by Matt Sparkanik? Boy, that's a nice way to start the season, isn't it? Meanwhile, Tamaqua doubled up on Lehighton, 4-2, final right there. Switch over to softball, where Mono area shuts out Pius. There's a 13-0 score right there. Notice, Pius just gets one hit, so that's pretty good pitching by the Lady Golden Bears. And finally, in softball, Tamaqua, 6-4 winners over Lehighton. As we take a look, they got out-hit in that game, but didn't matter. You only count runs, not hits, so Tamaqua gets the win over Lehighton. There's actually going to be some softball today. That's a rarity on Good Friday, but Shenandoah Valley is at North Schuylkill. Now, as far as the pros, not a aberration here by any means. Providence and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Pens are going to skate. That's tonight. 7:05, they'll drop the puck. Major League Baseball, the last licks of the Grapefruit League. You can see the schedule right there. Teams start heading north, and opening day is now just a couple days away. Sunday night, Monday is when we'll get things started. Tuesday, by then, everybody will have played opening day. In the NBA, Philly travels to Cleveland. They'll take on the Cavaliers. And, of course, we've got the NCAA basketball tournament. A lot of surprises. If you still have a good bracket, boy, I don't know how, but we'll see. Enjoy the weekend. And to all our friends of the Christian faith, we wish you a happy Easter. And for our Jewish friends, happy Passover. End of the week, and well, you know what that means. You got to head up to Bottlenecks. It's the all-night happy hour. They got half-price apps and drink specials from open to close, and that includes the huge imported beer selection, pool dart, shuffleboard, kitchen open until midnight. And they got those 14 flat-screen TVs. Get up, and you're going to watch the games tonight up at Bottlenecks. They sponsor us right here on SSPTV.
Happy Easter, everybody. It's Good Friday, March 29th, and this is Short Shots. Going into this Easter weekend, the Sweet 16 was Wichita State, Michigan State, Duke, Syracuse, Michigan, Louisville, Oregon, Marquette, Arizona, Florida, Gulf Coast, LaSalle, Ohio State, Indiana, Kansas, Florida, and Miami. Going in today, we have the terrific 12. By midnight tonight, it will be the Elite 8, and by the end of Easter Sunday, we will have our Final 4. 4 of the 16 were eliminated last night. Last week, a number 1 seed Gonzaga was knocked out, and number 3 seed Georgetown was also upset. They were both certainly expected to make the Sweet 16, at least, but they failed. In high school PIAA, congrats to the Tri-Valley girls of Higgins for capturing the Class A state championship, their first ever. They lost the Eastern Final last year, but had everybody back, so I really expected them to go all the way this year, and quite easily, actually by 17. Tri-Val's biggest hurdle was Still High. They lost to them last year in the semifinal, but this year they beat Still 73-72. Also of local interest, Holy Cross of Scranton lost a real heartbreaker to Beaver Falls in their state title tilt. And Chester, who beat Lower Merion last year for the state title, this time lost to the LA Maces by 17. What else? The Miami Heat's 27-game winning streak was ended by the Chicago Bulls. Hazel Neri Jr., Sal Biazzi was selected as the Standard Speaker Boys Basketball Player of the Year. Biazzi smashed the school's single-season record with 590 points in 22 games, good for a 26.8 PPG average. So that choice was simply a no-brainer. Kudos to the talented junior, and also to Bob Hall, the owner of Bowl Arena in West Hazelton, who was inducted into the District 4 Wrestling Coaches Association's Hall of Fame. Hall was a 1959 district champion out of Hughesville High School, who was also the Northeast Regional runner-up in '59. Bob also went on to have an outstanding career at Bloomsburg State College, where he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1998. Congratulations to Bob Hall. And finally, in West Hazelton youth basketball, which I usually never bring up, but in this case I will, Booster Blue ended the season at 13-0 after defeating Booster Gold 51-46. Jeff Planotis and Scott Campbell led the way with 15-14 for the winners, while Adreno Otero poured in all of his team's 46 points for the losers. How odd is that? Mother of God. Till Monday again, happy Easter, everybody.
He has fluffy white fur and big pointy ears. But do you really know the story behind the Easter Bunny? Our Matthew Petrillo went out on the hunt for those answers today.
An anonymous source told News 13 we might be able to find the so-called Easter Bunny at the Laurel Mall. So we started here. Do you know where the Easter Bunny is?
No, I don't know where the Easter Bunny is.
Ask her. I think she's good friends. No, I don't.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere and yet nowhere. No one could pinpoint his whereabouts until we talked to this shy girl. Do you think the Easter Bunny's in the mall?
Mm-hmm.
In the mall we went, continuing our rabbit hunt. First we checked out the pet shop and asked the store manager where she had her Easter bunnies. Do you know where the Easter Bunny is?
Hang on. What do you mean where the Easter Bunny is? They're right in here.
Where is he? Store manager Sherry Dieter told News 13 that since the 15th century, the Easter Bunny has acted as a celebration of spring.
The wild bunnies, they come out, the ground thaws out and everything, and everybody loves the little Easter bunnies. When they first see them, they think of spring.
But what's with all the brightly colored eggs? Does the Easter Bunny really lay eggs?
No, they don't lay eggs.
No, not at only all. Chickens lay eggs.
Yeah. The idea of the Easter Bunny laying eggs came from Pennsylvania Dutch. The German immigrants told their children that they would receive colored eggs only if they were good, though that story sounds kind of familiar.
Probably copying Santa, I think. I think Santa's the original.
I guess it's like a Santa thing. They sneak in, they give the children lots of candy and stuff like that.
The Easter Bunny had some splaining to do, and finally we found him. Before talking to him, though, we wanted to get the inside scoop. But what's your favorite part about him?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
You don't have any school.
And when we knew as much as we could about him, we sat down to have a little chat. There you are, Easter Bunny. All right, so we have some questions for you. Do you lay your own eggs? Okay. Why do you come overnight like Santa Claus? Easter Bunny, what's your real name? Okay, I guess some questions were just not meant to be answered. And while the Easter Bunny wouldn't answer those questions, he did tell me one thing off camera, that I was too big to sit on his lap. At the Laurel Mall, Matthew Petrillo, News 13.
Here at the Hazleton Animal Shelter for this week's Adopt Me, and today we have a little dachshund mix, Chris.
That's right. Her name is Chelsea, and we know she's a dachshund by the shape of her body, and we know by her size, which is very large compared to most dachshunds, and by her color, which is brindle, excuse me, that she must have another breed in her, but we cannot tell what it is. Basically, she looks like an oversized, miscolored dachshund. She's very sweet and affectionate. She loves to be around people. She also has a lot of energy. She's very inquisitive. You can see she's running around sniffing. She likes to be on the job. I'd say probably long walks and outdoor activity would be great for her. She also seems very sweet with basically all people, including children.
So do you think maybe an apartment would be a good home with her, but for somebody who has like a more active lifestyle?
Right. She's of an appropriate size that I think she could do well in an apartment. She'd do better with a yard.
And yeah, she seems very sweet. She doesn't seem aggressive or anything. She was giving you kisses before.
That's correct. She's very affectionate, very people-oriented. She also is currently spayed, up to date on all her vaccinations, and tested negative for both heartworm and Lyme.
Okay, and there's Chelsea now. Let's head on into the cat colony. And now we are here in the male cat colony with Jonas, who has been here for a pretty long time, Chris.
That's correct. I believe he's our longest residing male cat right now. He's been here since 2011, waiting for a home. He's a very large, friendly, very highly people-oriented, black domestic short hair. Of course, he's a neutered male, and he's up to date on all of his shots and tested negative for feline leukemia. He's an adult, and he loves to be around people. He likes to be petted more than he likes to be held. And although he gets along, he has a few really close friends here in the male colony. He actually seems to prefer a household without other animals.
Oh, okay. Why do you think he's been here so long?
I don't know. It could be just that we've had a lot of black cats here in the colony, and he's been passed up. He might be too comfortable in here, and he doesn't come out to greet people. He may just want to hide out in one of his beds or one of the many hideaway places they have in here. So, there's many different reasons why they end up staying here for as long as they do. He just has not found his right home yet, but hopefully he will soon.
And Jonas is still in search of that right home. So if you guys at home are interested in Jonas or Chelsea that you've seen today, stop on down at the Hazelton Animal Shelter at 101 North Poplar Street. And for this week's Adopt Me, I'm Stephanie Gorney.
Well, I'd say it's the perfect way to end your Friday with puppies, kitties, and oh yeah, the Easter Bunny. That's News 13 for your Friday. Thank you so much for joining us. You can catch us with the newscast again with rebroadcast throughout tonight, or just go to News 13's website anytime, SSPTV.com, where you'll always find the local and regional news you need and the community news you want. For the entire News 13 team, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Christina Papa. Have a great night and a happy Easter.